Today's topic, how to turn him on. Today I want to share naughty tips with you that you can use to turn your man on. And please keep in mind that each tip that I share with you can be used at a different stage of your relationship. For example, some of the tips that I share with you in this episode are a little bit more risky and a little bit naughtier than other tips. And these are the techniques that you might not want to use on the first date or on the second date, but when you're already dating a guy. And then there are other things that I share with you that you can use without a problem on the first or second date to turn him on and to make him yours. And one of these things that you can do on the first date, on the second date, and of course also if you are in a long-term relationship with this guy, or if you want to turn your husband on, is to look him into the eyes with confidence and with a cheeky smile. Because confident eye contact can be extremely seductive, especially if you then give him this cheeky smile and you then also ask him what he's thinking of. This is one of the fastest ways how you can turn a guy on. And this is also one of the tips that I always share with my Skype coaching clients, and now I share it with you. And if you ever feel like booking a Skype coaching session with me, if you want to share your story with me, if you want me to help you to get the guy of your dreams, or if you maybe even want me to help you to improve your relationship and to make your husband or your boyfriend obsessed with you, then you can click on the second link in the description and find out more about Skype coaching with me. And I want you to ask him what he's thinking of, especially when you are in a situation where you get the feeling that he's checking you out, that he's looking at you with desire. And of course you can do that with your boyfriend or with your husband, but you can also do it on the first or second date. If you're, for example, on a date and he just stares into your eyes, or he might even stare at other parts of your body, and you then ask him, "What are you thinking right now?" And you ask him with a cheeky smile. You basically communicate to him that you are not offended by him checking you out, but that you actually enjoy it. And of course, if you are already dating the guy, then you can be even more playful and escalate to all kinds of things that you might want to do with him. But when it comes to the first date, if you're, for example, in a restaurant and he looks at you, he checks you out, and you just ask him with a cheeky smile, "What are you thinking of?" And then when he doesn't want to say what he's thinking of, when he, for example, says, "Oh, nothing," you then call him out for having naughty thoughts. You can, for example, smile at him and say, "I know that you're thinking about something inappropriate right now." And if you do that, he will be so turned on and he might even get red like a tomato. And another thing you can do, especially when you are already in a relationship with a guy, or when you are at this stage where you want to turn it into a relationship, but you haven't been intimate with him yet, but you want it to happen, then simply start tickling him, and then slowly but steadily turn the tickling match or the tickling competition into cuddling, and then into kissing, and then if you want, into more. And this is one of the most playful and one of the easiest ways how you can initiate body contact with him, and how you can then slowly and in a playful way take things further. And then give him compliments that he won't forget. Don't just tell him that he looks handsome or that his jacket looks good on him. I mean, these are things that you can also do, but you can take it one step further. And for example, after the first kiss with him, you can tell him that he's a good kisser. Or even before you kiss for the very first time, you can turn him on by looking at him, smiling and saying, "I bet you're a good kisser." And this can then give him the necessary motivation to go in for the kiss, if that's what you want him to do. And you can then, of course, when you are kissing him and when you're making out with him, tell him that his lips taste good. And you can tell him how much you enjoy kissing him. Or, for example, when you are at the stage when you both get rid of your clothes, and you then compliment his body and make him feel confident in his own skin and confident with you in the bedroom. These are all things that you can do to turn him on. And of course, you can also turn him on by wearing something that shows your body in all its beauty. And if you love to be a little bit risky and to be provocative, then you can of course wear less than usual, especially when you are already in a relationship with a guy and you want to seduce him. But if you are, for example, on the first or second date, then you can simply wear something that combines elegance with showing what your mama gave you. And that's something I and other men absolutely love. When a beautiful woman like you wears a dress that shows her beautiful body. And it doesn't have to be a dress that shows a lot of skin. In fact, it can be a dress that covers a lot of skin. But if you wear something that really shows your curves, that shows your feminine body, this can turn him on so much. And it can also turn him on, especially when you are right in this transition phase from strangers to lovers or from lovers to boyfriend and girlfriend. And you then, for example, are on the third or fourth date and you are at his place or at your place and you're watching a movie. And all you have to do is to snuggle up to him. And if he then still doesn't get the clue that he should kiss you and that he should escalate, then you can softly and very gently place your hand on his upper leg. And then if you want to take an even bigger risk, if you want to be a little bit more provocative, then you can simply move your hand towards his inner thigh. And then he will be so turned on that he will kiss you in a heartbeat. And another amazing thing that you can do to turn him on is to touch him under the table. Nothing inappropriate, just placing your hand on his leg. And this will turn him on even more. If you are, for example, in a public situation or even in a private situation where it's very inappropriate to do that. For example, if you are at his parents' place or you are with friends and you then have a normal conversation with his parents or with his friends, and you then gently touch his leg under the table. This can be really exciting. And this can be something that you can do at the beginning of the dating process to make things more exciting. But it's also something that you can do if you are in a long-term relationship, especially if you are in a long-term relationship where your love life suffered over the last couple of months and years, and you want to reignite the passion in the relationship. If you then, for example, when you are out with friends and you've never done that before, but now you do it, you touch his leg under the table, he will get turned on and aroused so fast. And then make him obsessed with you by making him feel like a hero. Because when you make a man feel like a hero, he will be so into you and so turned on by you that he will literally eat you alive in a good way. And if you want to find out how you can make any man, no matter if you want to make a man obsessed with you who you just had your first date with, or if you want to make your boyfriend or your husband obsessed with you, then you can click on the link in the description and watch this video till the very end. And I really recommend that you watch this video, because in this video you will discover how you can activate this hero instinct in a guy and how you can make him so obsessed with you that he will only have eyes for you. And if a man feels like a hero, he will naturally be so turned on by the woman who makes him feel like a hero. And in this case, this woman is you. And you can also whisper something naughty in his ears. For example, what you want to do with him later, or what he should do with you, what you want him to do with you. You can whisper all these naughty secrets in his ear. And of course, you can also do that in a public setting. You can, for example, combine that with touching him under the table and then whisper in his ear what you want him to do with you later on. And then describe a potential sensual adventure in the future. You can, for example, describe a vacation you want to take with him. And then you can create these amazing, beautiful, sensual images in his mind, where you talk about how you could get a couples massage and then you go together in the whirlpool. And while you're talking about that with a very soft and feminine voice, and at the same time you look at him with a cheeky smile, he will get so turned on by this idea. And you can also turn cuddling into more by moving on top of him. And that's a very simple move that you can use at any stage of the dating process. But of course, it depends on how far you want to take things and if you are confident with doing it. But if you want to do that, you can simply, while you are lying on the couch with him, or while you are sitting on the couch and you're watching a movie, just get on top of him and kiss him. This will turn him on so much. And if you want to do something really risky, then you can tell him that you're not wearing any underwear, and this will leave him speechless. And if you then later on or before you tell him that you don't wear any underwear, share your deepest fantasies with him, then he will be so turned on that he won't be able to hold back. He will kiss you, he will undress you, and the only thing that he will be able to think of is to make love to you. Especially if by now you already activated his hero instinct, because then all he can think of is that he's so turned on by you and that he wants to make love to you. And if you want to find out more about how you can activate the hero instinct in any man, no matter if this man is a complete stranger, if he's your boyfriend or your husband, then you can click on the link in the description and watch this video till the very end. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.